It's a big night in campaign 2020. Margaret Brennan, moderator of Face the Nation, joins us now. And Margaret, the grand finale at the RNC. So what are you expecting to hear from President Trump?
Well, President Trump will be addressing Republican voters and those he hopes will cross over in a speech from the White House. He'll do it in front of a live audience, and that is being done because he is trying to project this image of as close to normal as you can get in the midst of a pandemic. But that is part of the president's message. He is trying to frame the crisis as behind us, both economically and health-wise. We know that is not the case, but his argument to his voters that polls the best is that he is the best man to rebuild the economy. So that will be part of his foot forward. He'll make an announcement about the government purchasing testing equipment related to the virus. And we also expect him to focus in on this phrase, law and order. It is something that polls very well for Republicans. And that is the prism through which they will describe and continue to describe the social unrest and racial injustice movement that is happening right now, conflating the protests and then some of the accompanying violence, such as what we saw in Wisconsin. So if you do hear him tip his hat to what has happened, it'll be in that way.
And Margaret, we heard Vice President Mike Pence talk about the last night in his speech. So how is what we are seeing in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and in Portland and in Minneapolis, other cities, play? How does that play to the Trump base?
Well, in terms of putting it in that framework of what President Trump has argued, which is in the case of Wisconsin, oh, well, if they'd only let me provide more federal resources, or if they'd only sent in the National Guard, you wouldn't have this. It's almost the inverse of what his argument has been about the virus, which was it's up to local leaders and it's up to local states and their decision makers. When it comes to this, he's argued that he and his administration would be stronger than local governments and would be part of trying to reestablish order. But the economy and that phrase law and order really do poll well among Republicans. But they don't necessarily address the underlying issues with racism that, you know, as you've heard the president and his attorney general say, they flat out reject the idea that there's systemic racism in this country. This is becoming a big political issue. You heard Senator Kamala Harris deliver a scathing address today talking about a number of things, but she mentioned her support for the protesters and peaceful protest. So once again, as with everything in our country, it is being put in partisan terms, even though they seem to be talking about two different things.
And Margaret, these conventions, largely symbolic. Going into them, we knew who the nominees would be, but really now is when the race for the White House, many say, will begin in earnest. So what are you looking for from both candidates as we head toward November?
It is going to ramp up after Labor Day. We can expect that. We know the debates are scheduled. The first one is September 29th. I think that will be very important to hear the candidates make some arguments to the extent that you ever get specifics in a debate. But we haven't heard a lot of the things you normally would in an election year in terms of making the affirmative case for both parties. President Trump's argument is if you don't reelect me, you're in for chaos and lack of law and order. Joe Biden's argument is if you don't vote for me, well, you get the other guy. You don't hear a lot of specifics. For example, how to rebuild the economy, how to distribute a vaccine if and when you get one. All those things are the kind of questions I have and would love to be hearing more from the candidates. We have not heard Joe Biden and Senator Harris stand and do extended press conferences. I would expect that they're going to have to do something like that in the weeks ahead.
Political lines being drawn. Thank you, Margaret Brennan. And of course, join Margaret for Face the Nation. That is Sunday morning at 10:30, only here on CBS 4.